Hi there, welcome back. Well, today we're going to do something with precision instruments. Fingers, eyes and feeler gauges. Yes, and we may even use a little bit of Plastigauge as well. Don't know if you can see any of that plastic stuff. So yes, how to check piston to wall clearances only using feeler gauges. How to check your main bearing clearances using Plastigauge. And if we've got time, we're going to have a look at the oil pump and check again with Precision Instruments feeler gauges, oil pump clearances and everything. And if you've really got time, I've actually got a piece here to repair, which is the oil pump cover that I noticed when I disassembled it is cracked. Well, it's not really serious because it's only cracked where the bolt goes in. This piece risks dropping off, and that wouldn't be very good. So we're going to weld this up without damaging the inner surface of the oil pump cover. So that's going to be a little tricky weld to do with the TIG welder. We'll see if we can get around to doing that. So there we go. Lots of stuff to do. Get this engine back together. Here I'm going to determine the piston clearance. Got my specs. A used piston should have a clearance at about 40 millimeters down from the top of its top of the piston crown. 0.1 or 0.01 to 0.0. No, I'm talking absolute rubbish there. Here I'm going to start again. Piston clearance at about 41 millimeters from the top of the piston. 0.05 to 0.09. So I've got my feeler gauges. Got 0.5, 6, 7, 8, 0.09. Going to see which one slides in between the cylinder and the piston. That way we'll see whether we're in spec on the clearance. This is the bad piston again. This is the one that went all wonky. So there we go. So start with 0.05. The piston is there. So 0.5. That goes in nicely. Point 0.06, a little tighter, but still okay. 0.06. 0.07. 0.07. Just going in. That's tight. Still moving, but it's a little tight. Okay. Take the 0.08. Double check the 0.08. Try the 0.08. And that doesn't want to go in. I don't want to force it, but at 0.08, no, it's not. It's going down just a little bit of the chamfer on the beginning of the cylinder bore, but afterwards it doesn't want to go in. So we're at something between 0.07 and 0.08. So according to the specs, we're within spec, because 0.091 is the max. There you go. 0.07, if you can see that. It's upside down, of course, because I'm working this way around. 0.07. No, 0.07 doesn't want to go. Where's my 0.06? There's my 0.06. Point 0.06. There it goes. It's a tight-ish fit. If I move the piston, it will go in, and I can pull it out. I don't want to scratch anything too much, so there you go. 0.06. Sorry, I didn't have the piston totally. 0.06 is a, we'll say it's a loose fit. Bloody hell, well, my feeler gauge has gone 0.8, 0.08, 0.05, 0.07. Okay. As you can see, it's all oily. Okay, holding the piston, 0.07. That goes in, that's a nice, it does, you know, I could say that. That's like a good fit. If you were checking valve clearances, that's kind of what you would want to feel, how tight it would be. So I guess, yeah, that's a 0.07 is where it's at. 2/100ths of a millimetre within spec. So there you go. Just to double check, I'm going to do one of the good cylinders. So, oil up the bore. Don't want it to scratch. Oil up the piston as well. You can see these pistons haven't done much work. Brand new when the engine was rebuilt. So there we go. Carefully put it in the bore. In it goes. So again, it's got to be at about 40. Did they say 41 millimeters from the top of the piston? Anyway, I think this one can be seen better. So. These are common. There you go. It's going to be right down there. 41 millimeters. There you go. 42, 41. Right on the bottom edge. These pistons are very small. Well, they're racing pistons, so they've got short skirts. So there we go. That's 41 millimeters. So let's see. We'll start with a 0.06. It's difficult to hold the feeler gauges when your fingers are all covered in oil. So just hold the piston straight. Put the 0.6 in. 0.6 goes in. There you go. You can feel it going right to the side. So that's a. So that was kind of loose. 0.07.
And that, you see, it binds up slightly. That's normal because the feeler gauge is flat, so it's having to curve with the piston. You see that? It's a tight fit. I can move it with the piston. Be careful not to scratch anything again. But there, 0.07. And you see it's just starting to bind when I pull it in and out. Can't really see that on camera, but I can feel it. It's just binding, so clearance 0.07 millimeter. So totally within spec. So we're going to dry assemble, put the bearings in, dry, put the crank in, just place it in, tighten up the end caps with the plastic gauge and just check all the oil clearances on the mains. Very gentle persuasion with a little rubber mallet. let that settle a bit, and we'll torque them down, and then we'll see. The interesting bit, I forget. How to get those out without moving anything. It seems very, very easy to me, but I think I found something not good to get the end caps off. There you go.
You can see the thing very well, but that, I would say, Jesus Christ, there's never really easy way of doing this. Never ever easy. Ah. I would say that we're between the 0.001 and that one. Also that one. If you can see that, I'd say it's pile poil on that one, which is 0.0015 inch. And if we look at the specs, that's for number 4. .0018, and there are 0.0015. So we're within the tolerance. I'll check that again. I'll say it's a little bit bloody difficult to see, but I'd say it's just a teensy wincy bit more than the 0.015, which means it's slightly less. So that's good. It's below this level. It's not quite that one, but it's below that one. Okay. There we're the same, we're between the slightly over the 0.0015 and not quite the 0.001, so we're within the tolerance again on that one. Good. Just want to speed. Try and do it again. You can see the white one. Well, I pretty much just on the white one, or just a bit over, and just a bit under the green one, so between 0.001 and 0.0015. So within spec for the for that. Perfectly within spec. It's between that and that. So okay. Pile poil 0.015. The main bearing number 1. 0.016 max. The middle one, come on. Gotcha. good for today. Checked all the cranks, oil clearances, and they're all perfect. So I think we'll call that a day today. The inner gear tip clearance 0.152. Let's try there's 0.1. Point 1 goes. Yeah, 0.1 can go in. It's quite a tight fit though. So there's a 0.09. See what that one does. .09 is tight. Doesn't really want to go in there. There, just. That's a tight fit. You can see the crack there. I'll show there is a crack there. I'm going to weld up without damaging this plate. Let's see how we get on. First things first, glasses. I can't see. So we're going to clamp this between two pieces of copper. That way we can get the steel part nice and hot and try and get the weld to penetrate without damaging too much the inner and outer surface of the thing. Need to be flush. Do a trick. Can't really see, but the crack is there. So I'm going to weld intensively into this crack, try and penetrate as far in as I can get with the TIG. Let it cool. It shouldn't go outside too much because the copper will stop it. And we'll see what kind of weld we can get to. 90 amps. And it's cold in the workshop. When my welder starts making that funny noise, it's because it's cold. We will need the extra glasses for working very close.
see how we do. Take off the extra glasses, just put on the normal glasses. Let's see whether we've done a good weld or we screwed the plate up. Well, we've done more than a good weld, we've gone right through, we're going to have to recountersink the damn thing. At least it's welded. It was probably a little bit too hot, but it hasn't damaged the rest. I'm going to have to build that up a bit more. The copper takes a lot of heat out of the piece as well. So we've definitely got the penetration all the way through the crack, right out to the other side. Because we didn't change my glasses, couldn't see bugger all when I was welding, doing it by feeling only. Well, it's okay, we've built up one side. Going to run a couple of beads across that side, but not so intense because the crack wasn't as big on that side. Also just to remake the thing. This time extra close glasses. Just a teensy weensy bit more heat and let's go. Now let's screw it up. Normal glasses. That's good. And apart from the blob that's gone right through, we just to drill it out and recountersink it. I'm happy with that. That's okay. We haven't distorted the plate on this side at all, so good. Job nearly finished. cutting oil. Good. Okay, well, it's not pretty, but it's pretty damn good. It does the job. It's repaired the crack and it will hold the cover down. So there we go. Good job.